Hello again. I will be the first to concede that I am not everybody's cup of tea. It would indeed be a strange world if we all liked each other and everybody agreed wholeheartedly with all that others said on any subject. I'm not even sure how keen I would be on such a state of affairs. I'm afraid it might get a little boring after a while. For that reason, I am very happy for people to disagree with, disapprove of, or strongly dislike some of what I say here. Anybody is free to say anything in the comments, and I've never deleted anything, although the YouTube algorithms are sometimes touchy about certain words or phrases, but there's little I can do about that. It's a pity because it sometimes means that an interesting debate ends up being disrupted. One thing which I have noticed is that some people here, in fact most people, agree with some of what I say and disagree with other things. All very natural and healthy. When they think I'm wrong, they explain why and set out their reasons. This is excellent. I would think there was something very uncanny going on if all the people watching this channel thought that I was always right about everything. It would, I think, smack of a cult. Some people, though, seem to disagree with absolutely everything which I say, which is also fine. But these folk are a little different because they seldom explain in plain terms why they think I am wrong, merely that I am. In other words, they assert this without giving any real reasons for the assertion. They frequently seem more concerned with my appearance than with engaging with what I am saying. This makes rational debate all but impossible. They often just tell me that I am racist or that what I say could be dangerous, but when I ask questions, for example, why they think this or hold that view, they don't reply. One of the things that has given me a good deal of amusement, and I confess that I have forwarded some of these comments to my daughter and shown them to my wife, is the fascination which my personal appearance seems to hold for some of these types. Those who read the comments here will know that among the things which concern those who disagree with all that I say are the fact that I am almost bald, very true I'm afraid, the size of my nose, which seemingly suggests Semitic ancestry, my moustache being ragged and unkempt from time to time, the fact that my lips are thin, the awful state of my teeth, and the deplorable old cardigan which I often wear indoors. Perhaps the most important point, though, is that I am old. That crops up an awful lot when folks wish to criticise what I say. A number of them seem to be thrilled at the idea that because I am old I shall soon die. Doubtless this is true, but when somebody is castigating me for being heartless and uncaring, it does rather spoil the effect if the next minute that person is glorying in the prospect of somebody's imminent death. Now, all these things which are pointed out are perfectly true, and I would be a fool to try and dispute them. Fortunately, I'm not at all vain, so this is all well and good, but it does not really help us forward in a debate. If we are discussing the possibility that some ethnic group might be disproportionately likely to gain top marks in the British A-level examinations or the American Scholastic Aptitude Test, then the fact that my lips are thin or my nose big is not really relevant and is likely only to confuse the issue. In the same way, I might quite possibly be altogether mistaken about other things which I say here, but the fact that I am old has little bearing on the matter. The problem with this kind of thing is simple. When somebody says that I am wrong about something, but the only argument which they can marshal in contradiction of my view is that I have a big nose, then it's unlikely I should take this person's view of the case seriously. In much the same way, if I suggest that immigration is running at unsustainably high levels and the response is that I am old or that my lips are thin, then I might not give as much consideration as I would to a reasoned rebuttal. Saying that I am a racist or heartless or right-wing is not really a rebuttal either. It does not serve to tell us whether what I am saying is sensible and correct or foolish and wrong. I don't want people to feel they cannot come on here and say things about my appearance or likely character in private life. This is a free space, but I'm bound to give less weight to points of view which focus on such external and irrelevant points as I would somebody who's able to express a coherent and articulate opinion. By the way, somebody who comments here and seemingly has little time for me, well, this person suggested the other day that some people see me as a messiah. And, well, I can live with that. But worst of all, he accused me of using opaque language. Now, this really does strike home in a way that mentioning my raggedy moustache or life expectancy does not. I earnestly hope that this opinion about the opacity of my language is a minority view. I use plain language here, as I do in my private life and in the books which I write. I regard complicated writing and speaking which is difficult to grasp as a terrible failing, and I hope that nobody else finds it difficult to decode what I am saying. That is a criticism which I take very seriously indeed, for I'd rather be accused of arson, theft or murder than of speaking or writing in an opaque fashion.